Hey there, Pisces. Hope you are doing well. This is Jamie from Soulvine, if we haven't met, and hello to our returning viewers. We're connecting on in just to see what is happening for you guys. I'm not sure if you've checked out your reading from earlier today and last night, but there's lots of cool things happening for you, Pisces. So I just wanted to connect in with a look. I'm going to try and make it a little quicker because I know that mine get on around 25 to sometimes 35 minutes, but that's just me connecting in and wanting to give as much to the reading as possible to support you and give a full, clear picture. So let's just see what's happening here for you, dear ones. Again, if you're new here, we do daily Pisces readings. I might be ramping it up a little bit, some in the morning and then one late at night, because I know we have people on at different times, and I know you can check in whenever you like, but different things resonate. And me doing a little bit of testing to see what you guys like. So thanks for everyone for their comments and connecting on in. I do appreciate you. So Pisces, we've got yin, yang, hostilities, and envy. What the energy that's coming from this and the story that's coming on in here is, Pisces, that you are coming into a very strong balance, a very strong foundation of who you are. It's like you've learnt to master yourself, your emotions, the way that you connect in, feeling into things. I'm just getting like this really attractive energy and flow within you. I just feel right now, or as you're stepping into, just not much can rattle you right now. I think you're always going to be a deep feeler if you're a Pisces. Probably too, you're quite empathic. But in addition to that, there's this side of you that you can switch on to really get into the insights of things, and being connected to all things is what I feel's here and happening. And yeah, I just feel this is where you're really growing and maturing in a new way, because I feel like, again, there's a release, a new cycle, a new chapter, further lessons you've learned. They're just part of your growth and your journey. But something's definitely balancing out here. But what's interesting is showing up is this hostilities and envy. And I think sometimes when people are in a really good place, we find that some people want to try and knock us off our perch. I'll get that right. Porch, maybe, but perch is what I meant. So I hope you're laughing with me and not at me. The envy energy as well. Yeah, I'm really getting here that someone is not liking your strength and where you're standing right now, Pisces. Or as you are making this transformation, people can see that. People see what you're starting to do, what you're stepping into, where you're becoming, what you're doing. It's really interesting. I feel like I'm getting that energy that someone wants to knock you off your perch, not porch. All right, I'm going to connect these back in. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to just give it a bit more of a shuffle, because I did use this deck earlier and I just want to make sure the energy's cleared for that. All right, let's get the yin yang. Wow, we had a few cards pull out, but that is fine. So we've got the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords. I'm going to pop that there. The Death energy. The King of Coins and the Knight of Coins. Interestingly, because the King and the Knight came up earlier in a previous reading. I think this was today, right? Or last night. And then we've got lots of different energy showing in, but I feel like this is a combination that's just sitting around you right now. So the yin yang energy, like I said, is about balance, or coming into balance, or coming into a place of knowing who you are, what you want to do, where you're going. Interestingly, you've got the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords energy. I feel like there's something that you're really protecting here right now, Pisces. And in addition to your heart, absolutely, I feel like you're deciding whether to go towards someone and if it's balanced enough to support your energy of where you're at now because you've done some healing. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Because I feel at some point, maybe a relationship or a situation came to an end at some point with this death card, or someone is coming on in to make a connection with you or reconnection with you. But a part of this, it's slow moving. I think perhaps they've made some form of contact with you, but there's nothing really truly happening yet. Maybe you're connected. I think they're showing interest, that they want to maybe try and work things out. But at the same time, you're a little weary of their intentions, what they're doing. And I feel like you're also probably doing okay, and hence why this might be in question, because this was a pretty, heartfelt experience for you, whatever this situation or dynamic was. And with the King of Coins, that's very different energy that's showing up here. It could be too that they're waiting to see where you go or what you do next, Pisces. I don't know if you had a bit of a breakdown or something happened regarding finances or some form of stability in a relationship. And maybe they're waiting to see what's going to happen and how you're going to do something or do things. I don't know if that was part of, like I said, some form of breakdown or something. But that's just what I feel is coming on through. Let's have a look at what this hostilities energy is to get a little bit more on this story. Thank you, Spirit. Whoa. We got them flipped. All right. So the Four of Swords, Judgment, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Well, you did have the Eight of Wands, I remember, come up, because to me it looks like the sun is shining with some form of communication that's coming on through here, Pisces. Interesting. I kind of think someone here is just really done, is really tired of any battles, of anyone being combative in nature. I don't know who you're dealing with or what experience this is for you, Pisces, but I feel if someone is communicating, you just want it to be easy and flowing and pleasant and maybe full of love, Show me that you care. Show me that you love me, that I just feel like something here of that nature. And maybe right now the communication is a bit convoluted, because it's like you feel like, oh, we're talking, things seem good, and then one thing is said wrong, and then it's like, oh my God, like we're battling here. Is kind of what I'm getting. And someone is just like really tired of doing it, of having these conversations or just engaging in this way. And I feel like someone is maybe taking a back seat in terms of communication, or maybe that's what you're going to choose to do, because it's just a little bit hard. And that also is showing up with the Judgment card. It's interesting how it's got XX. So that's like a decision here that it's interesting, because I feel like there's going to be some communication here of saying like, this is too hard having these conversations. This is getting like too difficult, or someone's going to just share. I just feel something of just like needing to take time, needing just time out, because this is just a little bit too hard. And that's a decision that maybe need to be made right now to give space to whatever it is that needs space. Even though I feel that you've had some, I think as you've tried to reconnect, or this person's trying to reconnect in, they're just still not doing as well as they thought they were. Maybe they thought they had done some healing. Maybe they even thought that they balanced out because they see that you're balanced out. So maybe you're operating from a healthier place, Pisces, and maybe you're not as reactive. And I don't know, I just feel like this is a bit of a, like sometimes people respond certain ways or react certain ways because that's how they feel they need to connect. You know those type of people I'm talking about? You know what I mean, right? It's like a bit of, it's more of a trauma bond versus a let's talk. Let's validate each other's feelings. Let me understand how you're feeling and not neglect how you're feeling, because you're allowed to feel too, as am I. Like, kind of, I feel like that's not happening, is someone's not meeting you there. Again, this could be vice versa, guys, but, and I think you're now saying it like, I want this to work, but you need to figure out you need to take time for you. You need to get your shit together, because this is like too hard and I feel I'm in a good place and I don't want to get hurt anymore. And I feel like they're coming on through with some form of communication to really let you know, like, you matter to them. They really want this. They really want this new beginning. Let's just get one more clarifier here. Thank you, Spirit. One more clarifier. Yeah. There's definitely confusion here in this energy of what to do, is what I'm getting here, Pisces. Got to make it even. Yeah, I feel like there's just a little bit of not sure. Is this too hard? Is this worth it? Is it worth the time, the energy? Is it worth me putting my heart on the line again? Even though you still may feel it, even though you still might be connected to this energy, it's like, is this just going to be too hard? And you're figuring out, which cup do I want to drink from? And I don't want to drink the poison. I hope that makes sense for you, loves, but you know, it's kind of like, my brother always has had these great sayings, even from, I remember him being young. I don't know if he was like 15, like, I mean, we're talking a long time ago, but I remember one time, like, it's like, you can forgive someone and give them a second chance, but if they do it again, like, that's on you, kind of thing. And it's a really hard thing. I mean, that wasn't the exact saying, but it was kind of the premise to it. Like, you can give someone a second chance, but if you give them another one after that, it's kind of like, it's on you. They've shown you who they are. We all make mistakes, right? But they've kind of shown you who you are. And I remember he was young, and then he told me something similarly about drinking poison from the cup. I don't remember exactly what that saying is, but just wise, you know? I just can't remember what it is, but it's something to do with allowing others to impact you, but you don't realize you're drinking the poison with it and killing yourself at the same time. I don't know. It's not the same, but it's kind of the idea around it. If anyone knows what that saying is, feel welcome to pop that in the comments. All right, Pisces. We've got the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Someone's in their head right now. Big time. Big time. What else do we need to know here? One more. Thank you, Spirit. That's too many. That's a lot. Just one more. Thank you, Spirit. Or I'll let two. Okay. So we've got the Five of Cups, the Empress, and the Tower. For some of you, for some of you. Maybe for some like particular people. I am getting there might be a surprise pregnancy here. So just to be mindful, showing up with the Empress energy and the Tower. But with this envy energy, we've got if I didn't read the cards out loud, I'll just do that again. Sorry. It's like getting end of day, end of night. And this is actually a really good energy to connect into because it's a very lighter energy, but I could be a bit delirious at the same time. But that's purely because I'm so connected in and just kind of floating right now. But we've got the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Five of Cups, and the Empress energy, along with the Tower. And the Empress and the Tower is where I'm connecting. There might be a surprise pregnancy that shows up for you. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting. I don't know why. For a second there, I don't know why I saw a rabbit, but I think it's interesting to see a rabbit, then the Tower and the Empress, because that's, yeah, like something is birthing, something is springing, or maybe someone's been behaving like bunny rabbits. Envy, Eight of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I think someone is like here, like truly envious of how you have your shit together, Pisces, because I feel like they just can't get a response out of you right now. And I feel like they're in their head about this. They're testing, like they're really testing, I think, your patience. And I'm not saying like you aren't feeling stuff or you aren't expressing your emotions through this experience. I just feel that whatever challenges are being put to you right now with this particular person or situation, and something that you are confused about on which direction to go, because I feel you really care about this person and want this to work, but right now the tension's too high for you to be able to operate at your best, but you're also in a very good place internally at the same time. So it's kind of like an ebb and flow thing, and you don't want your energy to be drained or sucked out of, because I feel like you feel you're in a good place right now. But this person, I don't know why, I feel like they're trying to rattle you, like they're trying to see how far they can push you. And I don't know why they're doing this. It's like really bizarre. I just feel like this is their way of getting your attention, and they're seeing what ways they can get your attention. But interestingly too, when I see the Five of Cups here, I feel they're also disappointed in themselves that they're doing this, because they can see that they're doing this and they're in their head about it. But I feel like they're trying to... It's very conflicting energy here, because I feel like they're trying to make something work. They're trying to reconnect in. They're really watching like what you're doing, how you're behaving. I mean, at the same time, this is your energy with the Hanged Man, Pisces, but I really feel like they're watching you. I don't know if they want you to be proud of them. This is like, they're really all over the shop in their head. Like they have got like, I feel like 500 thoughts at a time of all these things, all this thinking. And it's just like, slow down. Like I wish you could tap into what I'm experiencing right now in terms of their head. And this is showing up here in the Eight of Swords. Like, wow. They are so judging everything for every scenario and every way of thinking, but it's so like, it's not decimating. What's the word? I know what they're trying to say. Destructive. Like it's very destructive thinking. And they can see that they're doing it. They can see that you can see that they're doing it, but they're trying to figure out, how do I get this rebirth instead of breaking this down, instead of making this fall over? So I don't know why they just can't. What? Yeah, it's just like they can't help themselves right now. This must be a trauma response, because they care for you, you care for them. I feel there's a very strong tie between you, but they're just messing this up big time. No, I'm not going to get that. I want to get it clarifiers. Let's just get one for each. Here we go. Clarify the death energy, please. Okay, giving me 2. Yeah. Someone's really trying to have a new outlook here on the path forward. I feel like with whatever's come to an end, this is kind of a new beginning and a new outlook on what this is. But someone seems to be very focused on the past. And the reason I'm saying this is the way that the energy of this Two of Wands is looking out. They're looking back. Again, if this was placed here, potentially, but I feel like someone is just stuck in this place of the past and focused on the past, but trying to plan for the future. That's a very difficult thing to do. So I don't even know if the conversations this person keeps bringing up the past. And this is probably you too with the everything is fine energy. Like this, I think, has hurt you. You've also got the 3 of Swords, but you're trying to be okay. You're claiming your power and balance here, but something has ended. Someone ended something here, a connection of some kind. Someone made a decision because it was hurting too much or they were hurting you too much, and potentially that they left. I feel like this potentially was something to do with finances or rocked your world a little bit when it came to finances. But we know, Pisces, that you are heading into great places. But I do feel that someone is trying to come back in here with this Knight of Coins, and it's just a slow process, but I feel like they're also still communicating with you. They may not be coming in towards you, like if they've moved out, moving back in or anything like that of this nature. I feel like that's a slow process, but at the same time, it's getting a bit heavy on you on the way that they're operating. So having a look at the 7 of Cups energy, 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands. Yeah. And this is why the confusion that's here. This person is so in their head about everything. And it's too much for you. You can't keep operating and defending yourself and trying to defend their thinking and their way of being and being supportive. Like it's getting too much for you. And this is why you're questioning whether or not you can keep doing this. It's just too much. You want to communicate with them. You want the love, but not this way. And I think you're really questioning whether you should be putting any more effort in here. But I feel you're also making a call just to take more of a break, more of a rest until they figure out their shit. All right. The Tower energy. Thank you, Spirit. So I've got the 4 of Swords again, the Knight of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So this person's not going to give up, Pisces. I'm just letting you know. This 4 of Swords could mean 2 things: that you're choosing to take a break from this, and maybe you're just going a little bit radio silent right now because you just need time for you, because this has been a lot for you to take on. This also could be them doing the healing work. And once they do the healing work, I mean, this is probably both parts, right? Because if you're resting and they're resting, I mean, you're both resting. But I feel like for one of you, this is more healing, taking a break to heal because they recognize that it's heavy what they're doing. They can see it. They're not oblivious to it. I just don't think if they're unwell, like going through some form of, I don't know, depression, anxiety, mental conflict, mental illness of some kind. It's a serious matter. It's not easy in terms of what they're thinking and feeling. And having done a lot of research and with psychology and really trying to understand also depression and what people experience, it's if you haven't been there or haven't experienced it in a longer term aspect, like severeness of it, this is pretty debilitating for the person who has it. And sometimes we may not understand what they go through, why they're acting the way that they're acting or behaving. And they really do need to heal. And only once they heal, which sometimes just happens out of nowhere, like one day it's just like they feel better. And I don't mean it like, da-da, but at the same time, sometimes it's just like they look and realize the things that they've done and what's happened. And they just, sometimes they don't understand why they felt the way they felt and what was going on. But it's definitely self-sabotaging, but it's can be quite sad and alone and seeing what they're doing, but don't know how to stop it or don't know how to fix it. Okay. And I feel like for them, if they're healing, they're letting you know, like, you're my happy place. You're where I want to be, is what I feel that's coming on in. But it's interesting too, because I feel it's you that's going a bit radio silent if you haven't already, Pisces. I think you've been trying to communicate, trying to keep the door open, but I feel like you've just made, like I said, that judgment call and just gone, no, I need space. This is getting too hard. They're not giving up. They're just not going to give up. They're going to show you in every way possible this new beginning has potential, that you can do something special together. You can get back to that place of the good things, the happy lifestyle, the happy living. You know, they see you as their, the Empress. They see you as their happy place, the place where they feel content and at home, where they feel loved, where they feel supported. I hope this resonates for you, Pisces, and gives you a little bit of insight on this experience with this particular person. But you know what? Take it, feel it, what resonates, and then go back to the other two readings and step into all the glorious things that are coming. Because this is like a side story for some of you, a side story of some relationship that just has broken down and is in a hard place, where the other side of the other, like I said, these readings are timeless, so whenever you connect in. But the other ones of late this week, I'm trying to think of the name of it. There was one from Spirit, which was really, really beautiful. You probably have to stay in for a good 10 to 12 minutes to see the Spirit connecting and a message for you. But majority of the readings coming on through are about your wealth creation, the abundance that's coming into your life and how you are truly stepping up. So take this for what it is, but check out the other readings to remind yourself of all the awesome that's coming as well. I think this is just going to be like a side part, like I said, like something that is going to be happening in the background. But I think you're going to kind of get done with this, Pisces, and like this person, if they're going to show up, like they really need to show up and really need to make things smoother and easier, supportive and loving, because you're in this energy and you are not going to be dealing with this crap anymore. Or that is what's showing is going to happen. But there is love here. Someone really adores you. But I think that they've just broken too many things too many times. Leave that with you, dear ones. We'll catch you later. Bye now.